Hey everyone! So I've been noticing that there have been several issues that we've been having with calculator usage in the distance formula. So I'm going to run through what I do in my calculator for this one. And let's just go with the question, what is the distance between 2, -1, and 9, 3? Now for the sake of time, I've already filled out the distance formula. So remember that that's the square root of our x values subtracted, so 9 minus 2, and then squared, plus 3 minus our -1, those are our y values, the difference between those, squared. Now, one thing to remember with this is that this square root does not cancel out the squares here. And the reason why is this pesky little addition sign. That throws off the order of operations. Had this been like multiplication or something else like that, we would have been able to cancel it out. But because that plus sign is there, you cannot just do 9 minus 2 plus 3 minus a -1. That won't work. But you can actually get this all into your calculator in one go. And here's what you'd have to type in. You would start, of course, with that square root. And you would then type in with another parentheses this first parentheses. So your calculator is automatically putting in a parenthesis to signify where the square root starts. That's that first one. You have to add a second one, otherwise it's only going to take the square root of 9 and then do the rest of the problem. So I'm going to do 9 minus 2. I'm going to square that, so I'm up to here in my equation. Do the plus sign. Notice I'm still within the square root here. Another parenthesis for my 3, and instead of minus a negative, let's just do addition. Plus 1 and square it. Close your second parenthesis. Now, this won't actually get it wrong if you forget to close that parenthesis. This is just telling them that we've hit the end of the square root, but it's nice to have it in there. And that should give you an answer of 8.062. Now, for a lot of people, this can be really rough because there's so much going on here, and it's really easy to drop a parenthesis. So don't be afraid to simplify this first. Don't forget that according to order of operation, the first thing that you're going to be working with is your grouping symbols, or your parentheses. Then you're going to work with exponents, and then you're going to do multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. So if you don't feel comfortable typing in all at once, just think about it this way. In here, this is one big parenthesis, so I have to fill in everything that's within here first. Then I go to my parentheses inside of here. 9 minus 2 gives me 7. And 3 minus the -1 is 3 plus 1, or 4. Now notice I am still within here. I'm going to then be moving on to exponents. What exponents can I do? Well, I can do 7 squared, which is 49, plus 4 squared, which is 16, and take the square root of that. Well, now still I'm stuck within these. I can't take this square root yet because remember those are hidden parentheses there. I do 16 plus 49. Well, 6 plus 9 is going to give me that 15, so 5 and carry the 1. So 65, and I have then the square root of 65, which if you type that into your calculator is going to also give you 8.062. So that's another way of doing it, and I really recommend that you try out this second way where you simplify it as you go. You tend to have more correct answers that way. If you do this, just double, triple check your parentheses. Even running through the problem twice on your calculator without looking back at the previous one can be really helpful because it will catch like little mistakes that you might do. Watch your signs very carefully, and I hope it goes well.